hello.
Hi.
Yes, let's jump to it. We definitely want to let you guys know. We've been dealing. I've been personally dealing with some things going on with family. So for those of you that are really close to me and understand what I mean when I said that, thank you for your prayers and your support. For those of you that are not that close to me, just pray for my family. That's all I can say. I don't want to go deep into the weeds with that. Um, but what I will say is we want to spend the next maybe 3 to 5 minutes, unless we get loose mouth and go deeper into it. But I want to make sure we can kind of go over what's going on with College Coaching Network. I will share my screen here in a second because I do want to go into the metrics. But overall, company is doing well. We are, our goals and aspirations was to be at a certain point by now. And a lot of things with some of the things we're trying to do with Facebook advertising, with the Meta first is not as glorious or glamorous as it was when we first got into it. So we spent a lot of money and figured out the hard way that that probably wasn't the best pathway for us. But as entrepreneurs, you don't let circumstances stop you from achieving your goal. You just make pivots
Yes.
and you figure out how to make it work. So you guys, for that, you that are on our advisory board that have invested in College Coaching Network, you bet on me more than betting on actually the product itself. You're betting on the jockey, as I say, more than the horse. So we're gonna get to the finish line, no question. So here we go. What we need help for you guys, from you guys on is one, we are really going into an employee benefits program. And the employee benefits program, and as I'm saying, as I'm talking through this, Mika, if you don't mind displaying the actual pamphlet, so they can kind of hit that, not the flyer with the QR. But the idea behind this is we need to get the word out on the individual side. We're working on a grant that's called Learning Loss. The state of Missouri received, I think, about $30 million or more. Actually, I think it was about 160 million that they received. And we're trying to tap into that. So schools have a 3-year window to spend this money for things that are virtual, that help student engagement and help kind of underprivileged students to kind of get through the pandemic that we're still kind of dealing with. And so we had to learn how to put together an MOU, which I didn't know what an MOU was. I thought it was a cow saying move, but it's actually a letter that you send to the high schools and other people. And then we actually put together a service agreement and all these wonderful things that the district needs in order to say yes and cut a check. So we have one proposal that we're getting ready to put on the table that is a 2-year commitment, and it's about 648,000. So fingers crossed on that one. And then we're getting ready to start going after more school districts to get more in the pipeline similar to that. So that's one. The next one is I'll display. And then well, we're gonna have Mika display this one, and I'll display the last one. So the next one is going to get clients through employee benefits. So Mika's going to display kind of what we're up to with that.
There we go.
You want to talk to it, or you want me to?
Sure. So, with our approach with the employee assistance program, as a lot of you know, we do have the AFL-CIO labor union who initially came on offering our services employee benefits. So now we'll actually be approaching corporations to be able to get in with their employees in a couple of ways. So one, of course, if the company wants to cut the check directly, we are certainly open to receiving those funds expeditiously.
Yes, we are.
But also, we are now doing webinar sessions every Tuesday and Thursday at 11:30 and 7 to be able to demo our products and also leave some great value adds with consumers. We're talking about scholarships, endowments, and basically college admission, what families need to do. So we're doing that and be able to offer the companies to invite their employees out to these conversations is another way that we'll be able to expand the business and gain revenue. So that approach will be coming directly from their employer, which will generate leads for us in that way right
And so this is where we need your help. So when we email this over to you, you will have our email address, either Mika or myself. And if you have a connection at your company that you work at, that we can maybe talk to the human resources department, or a person that's over their employee benefits, we would love to at least shoot our shot and have an opportunity to submit the information to them, see if it's something that they want to have. And why would you want to do that? Well, one, you want to help us out, right? I mean, hopefully you want to help us out, but really, to make sure that you do represent yourself well, because this is where you work. Um, we had a college fair February the 28th. We gave away a little bit over $1 million in scholarships on the spot. And so a lot of times when the employee is involved in their employee benefits program, the only option that they normally see is a 529 plan. And so just so you can kind of understand the plight or the problem that's happening right now, you got a son or daughter who's a junior or senior in high school, and maybe only you have $3,000 to $5,000 saved up, and maybe you don't even have it into a 529 plan. And then you're having cooler talk at the job, and they're saying, well, you're thinking, man, how do I get my child ready for college? Well, you can put money into a 529 plan. And so what do? You go to your HR department, you ask them to make an adjustment to your paycheck, and then every 2 weeks you take out $25 or $50, every paycheck, trying to put something back. The way 529 plans work is the closer your son or daughter is to graduating from high school, the more conservative they are in your investments. So meaning they put you more in bonds than they put you into stock. And bonds don't give you a high return. You're gonna get like 1 or 2 or 3% on that. So you might as well just put it in under the mattress. 1 or 2, 3% of $25. It's not a whole lot, right? It's not gonna pay for college. So for our program, it's $25 a month now. And so by doing that,
Look, make sure, did you guys hear that? It's $25 a month.
month,
A month.
yes, just 25 bucks a month.
Yeah, bite-sized pieces.
Yes, and hey, they can cancel at any time, right?
Yeah.
So there's no contract, no long-term obligation. So by doing that, I mean, they could get into the College Coaching Network platform, learn college leveraging, how to play one college against another one. How that we just did a podcast with Honeywell and the Black Achievers Foundation about them. We talked to another group about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I know Mika did one with another Giving Hope and Help foundation, where she's giving out book bags and computers and
Laptops this year valued at over $2,000. So they got some real good stuff they're giving away with their
yeah.
scholarship.
So like all of those resources they have access to for just 25 bucks a month. So and we had, again, I mean, we had students that came here to the Hobby Arena that they gave full ride scholarships away. I know there was a girl from Center that didn't have anything, came in and received a full ride scholarship on the spot. Okay. And so these are some great opportunities for them to tap into. So please be an advocate for us. When you go to HR, you can have confidence in knowing that our company has done what we've been doing for a while. And our program is a lot different than the 529 plan, because you cannot save enough to cover the rising cost of college. It's just not going to happen.
I'll also add, when it comes to employee benefit package, especially when we look at the education assistant program, in addition to the 529, generally companies have a price match option where only for the employee, not for the family, where they will allocate X amount of dollars if you go into a degree program based on whatever that company does, right? But with this, it extends the scholarship opportunity to the employee, to their to their students. So it's allowing opportunities that not just directly affect that employee, it affects their family. And so they have the opportunity to get scholarship, to find scholarship applications, to find the process of what college admission looks like. So it's so much added value than your traditional education assistance programs that currently exist as well.
Yeah, I think it would be refreshing for them to, and they probably would thank you for at least even bringing the opportunity to them, because you're trying to help the whole company to flourish as a whole and not just worry about yourself. So please have confidence in submitting that. And when we send this out, we will have the attachment of the pamphlet. The other information, we kind of send that out ourselves. But if you can make the introduction, email us the name, contact person, if we can use your name or not, and let us know, and then we'll follow up from there. Last thing that I want to share, talking about getting to our goals, is let me go here real quick, and I'm going to share my entire screen. Did that right? All right, and here. All right, so I was talking about us going into Peach Jar, right? So talking about individual marketing. So when you come here under individual marketing, you're going to see that we did a flyer and we have been partnering now with Eddie Kennison and we're working on getting Sean Barber signed up this week. And so the flyer that we did for those that are in Missouri and Kansas, we had this flyer got over 6,000 views, 11,000 views, 1,600 views, 24,000 views, 22,000 views. So from all those people that viewed, we had roughly about 305 people that subscribed to come to one of our live presentations. And out of that, you can see how many people came on the 24th, at the 11:30 slot, the 7 o'clock slot, 11:30, and then March 31st, we had 129 people that actually registered. So pretty good turnout. We've made about maybe 6 or 7% of the people that we have here. We've gotten them to become a customer. And so what does that mean? It means that we basically, one, is we did Facebook and that didn't work. Like all the numbers, we had people that were seeing it, but we didn't have anybody that was buying. So now we understand the metrics of what it costs to get a customer. So I'm gonna come off of sharing screen for a second. Come out of this.
I just want to
So
reiterate understanding. So that's with the intent that the advisory board understands the transition with Facebook. So it wasn't just College Coaching Network.
no,
Facebook, I'm sure everybody remembers when it went down a bit ago. Their marketing is nowhere near what it used to be. You can't necessarily target particular demographics as you once did so cleanly. But now with us going to Peach Jar, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that these are parents of high school students. Like we are going direct to market. Like these
yes,
consider these wholesale wholesale market, right? So we don't have
yes,
to use the middleman as we once did and randomly kind of figure out, oh, do they have kids? Do they not? So honestly, the situation with Facebook was a blessing in disguise for us because it allowed us the opportunity to seek other options. And Peach Jar is doing that as well as if you know someone that needs help with their students going to college. Again, we are out there. There's on our Facebook group, we are doing the live demos every Tuesday and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can invite them to register, and we would love to be able to talk to them about the program. Because remember, it's only $25.
just
25.
25. Yep, no contracts. Yes,
Can
and
save you thousands in student loan debt. About
yes,
$25 a month.
well worth the investment. You gonna hey, we spend a little bit less than that on Netflix, but you're not getting anything back but entertainment.
That is true.
Yep.
Look,
Even though you
we entertaining and you do something for the entertainment.
you get duality right there. That's funny.
Right.
That's funny. So in conclusion, just as we build the company up and we're trying to get to that next level, on the number side, because this is things that for especially some of the people on the advisory board that work at the bank, you guys and or you've been watching Shark Tank and all that stuff. So initially it was just budgeted numbers. Like we were hoping that we could spend this amount of money and get this many leads and convert this many people. Well, now we have actual numbers, right? So we spent this money and through either referrals or having the stuff comes in, we got like 10 sales out of 307 people that registered, right? And so now what we're working on is doing a campaign to go back after because we got names and email addresses of everybody that registered. And we want to get that number up to at least 20 people that will buy, which is kind of close to about a 8 to 9% convert rate. I love that number to be higher.
It's gonna happen this week.
Yeah, I love that number to be higher, definitely. So with that being said, where we are right now, it costs us $50 to acquire a customer. We charge a one-time $30 setup fee in order to get the family established. So we're basically breaking even on every new customer within 30 days. After that, then we continue to charge them $25 a month as long as they stay around. We're trying to get the customers to stay around for at least, I would say, maybe no less than 12 months. On the high end, between 24 to 36 months is kind of what we want that to be. 7% profit margin. So we got, because it's a digital product, so we sell the same hamburger to everybody that comes into the platform. And then from there, we just want to scale it out. So we believe that we will get to 3,000 subscribers because of Peach Jar, the employee benefits program, and also some things we're going to start doing through media. And by getting to 3,000 subscribers before June, then we would be roughly at about 75,000 a month. And then we will continue to gobble a lot of students up through the school districts that we're doing the learning loss grant through. So in that situation, we'll probably grab 5,000 kids a pop, somewhere give or take, in that situation. And then from there, we'll continue to scale out. So our goal is a completed picture is to have anywhere between, I would say, 65 to about 70,000 students using the platform. And then at that point, we'll be multi-million in revenue and helping a lot of families with scholarships and things of that sort. So that's kind of where we're moving. So please, if you have an employer that you work for that you would like to introduce us to, or if you have some connections to some companies, if you're working in banking and you work with small business, like put us in the conversation and, like plant the seed and say, hey, if you guys are looking to expand your employee benefits program, there's a wonderful scholarship program out there that you guys may want to get more information about, right? Put us out there, let them know who we are. And then lastly, I had, and I forgot to tell Mika, you guys this morning, I had one guy who was on the fence for about 4 months about, because I had 500 shares of stock allocated for him. And then at the 11th hour, something happened to him. So I've got somebody that I'm getting ready to call to see if they want his equity. But if you guys want his equity that he was going to have in our company, because we stopped selling through our start agent on our platform. So this is something I had set aside for him privately. Because now that we're starting to make money, I don't want to give up more equity because I want more money on the back end. If you guys watch Shark Tank, you don't want to give up all your equity because you want to keep a lot of equity when you sell the company. But he's out. So I got 500 shares. So I'm gonna reach out to a couple people, and so Sean T. Brown, I'll be calling you because I got somebody in mind that I wanna talk to on that. But if you guys are interested, holler at me before they're gone. All right, that's all I got. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, everyone.